Welcome to your April total solar eclipse reading. This is just a short intro. If you'd rather go straight to your reading, please find the timestamps in the description box below. This total solar eclipse will be happening on the 8th of April, and it is in the fearless and dynamic sign of Aries. With Aries energy, we can expect fearless, assertive behavior, going for what you want and not sitting back. A total solar eclipse is a new moon, so it has all that energy of new beginnings, new possibilities as a new moon. Except with a total solar eclipse, what happens is that the moon moves directly between the sun and the earth for a brief time, giving us the feeling of lights out, being in the dark. Things become very unclear. However, when the moon moves and the light of the sun returns, everything becomes illuminated, clear, and clarity is stronger than ever, and we are able to see our way forward. The total solar eclipse will bring elements like discovering a new path or direction, a big surprise coming your way, or something you never anticipated suddenly appearing. So I'm going to go ahead now and look at the oracle and tarot cards to see possibility coming in for you over this time. Welcome, Scorpio, to your April total solar eclipse reading. I'm going to go ahead and see all the possible energies and messages coming through for you over this time. Scorpio, I'm going to start off with your oracle cards. This is going to give us our core messages, the main themes coming through for you. I will then go ahead and clarify everything further with the tarot to get deeper insight and deeper messages. Scorpio, this is a collective reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Right, Scorpio, let us see now what is coming in for you. The first energy you have is psychic abilities. This is a nice energy to get, Scorpio, because what it tells us is that over the total solar eclipse period, your third eye is going to be activated, open. This tells us that your premonitions, your hunches, your gut feelings, all this energy is on point, on tap, and you can trust the messages you are going to be receiving. The next energy you have is trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? Now, this is a very interesting energy because it's asking you, my dear Scorpios, to see if there is anything that doesn't feel right, anywhere where you are getting that deep voice inside saying, something's not right. I need more information. Somebody's not telling the truth. Somebody's hiding something. So once I pull the tarot, we will see what that is all about. And then finally you have the North Node energy, step out of your comfort zone, which is a perfect message to get over this period, being a total solar eclipse and in Aries, which is all about being brave and fearless. With the core messages, there are times they relate to very separate and individual areas of your life. We do get times where the messages connect to one another, and sometimes we even get one cohesive message. It just depends on how the reading plays out. I'm going to start off here with psychic abilities, and I'm going to get your clarifiers. So let us see now what psychic abilities is all about for Scorpio, please. And we have death and the sun. Oh, what big energy, Scorpio. Scorpio, what we are seeing here is a massive transformation or change coming in with the death energy. Because when we see death, Scorpio, it's the energy of letting something go for good. What's dead is gone. There's no going back. And because it is sitting under psychic abilities, I do feel for a lot of my Scorpios, you have had a feeling about this for the longest time. Now, Scorpio, this could be the ending of a relationship, a romantic relationship, a friendship, a business relationship. Scorpio, with this energy, it's like you've known for the longest time. You've had the feeling, I have to do something. I have to make a big change. I have to address what is going on here. And perhaps it has not been easy. Even if something is not right, Scorpio, sometimes it's really hard to put such a finality on a relationship or a situation. And over this period, I do feel you're going to be harnessing that true Aries energy, not sitting back, not taking this any longer. You're going to stand up and say, that's it. I am letting it go, and I'm letting it go for good. And my dear Scorpios, what we see after that is the sun coming in, which is such a huge and big confirmation that you're doing the right thing. I know it's very frightening to let go of something that you might have been involved in, whether it's a job, a business, a home, or any kind of relationship, and to put a finality on it and walk away. It's huge. We do not need to downplay that, but then again, death is a huge energy. But immediately after death, we are seeing the sun. So it just tells you, trust yourself, trust your intuition, trust your feelings, trust whatever you have been feeling about the situation or relationship, because my dear Scorpios, once you shut it down for good, you're going to allow the energy of the sun to come flooding in. And just remember, with the total solar eclipse, there is this energy when the moon comes between the earth and the sun, where everything goes dark. This is our death energy. And then when the moon moves, and once again we feel the sun's energy, everything becomes illuminated, clear. You will be able to see how right you have been in what you have been feeling, and how right you are in releasing this energy. Because once the sun energy comes in, it speaks to us, my dear Scorpios, of untold joy, untold happiness, of unlimited possibility now of experiencing the good things life has to offer. It's the energy, my dear Scorpios, of being in a love relationship for the longest time, where you have not been happy, where you have known this is not right. This person is not treating me well. They're not speaking to me correctly. I don't feel like myself. But of course, if you have been in this relationship for the longest time, it's not so easy to get up and leave. However, we do see that over this period, you summon your deep Scorpio courage and you make the move forward. And the sun tells us that you now put yourself in the position where you're able to meet somebody, my dear Scorpios, that's going to treat you the way you deserve to be treated, and you're going to experience the relationship you deserve, the relationship you have been dreaming of. Now, I have just given you a love scenario. This could come through in work, in business, in a family situation, where you're living, in your friendship circle. Please take it as it resonates, because my dear Scorpios, when you release it, my gosh, the doorway to happiness is going to open, and now you are allowing positivity and happiness to flow in. Right, let's move on now and see what trust the niggle is all about, and I will just get your clarifiers. Right, let us see now what this energy is for Scorpio, please. And we have the Two of Swords and Temperance. Scorpio, trust the niggle is very connected to psychic abilities, and it's the energy that I spoke of over here where you had a feeling that something wasn't right, something had to change, something had to go. So now we understand what that niggle was all about. Two of Swords is coming in, letting me know that some of my Scorpios have really been in the position of not knowing what to do. And this Two of Swords energy could very well be the energy of lights out, the dark period before the moon moves on and the sun comes shining in. And Two of Swords, my dear Scorpios, is such an understandable energy. You know, when we are faced with such a huge decision, like walking away from a business, walking away from a friendship, leaving a neighborhood that we've lived in all our lives, there can be the energy of overwhelm, the energy of I don't want to look at it, I don't want to go there, it's too much, it's such a big decision, I just cannot deal with it. It's so nice to know, my dear Scorpios, that even if you have been in the energy of darkness, once you make this big radical change, the light is going to flood in a way, my gosh, it's going to be quite wonderful. With Temperance coming in, Temperance tells me that this has not been the easiest time, because I feel for a lot of my Scorpios, you have been in this energy for quite some time. And as I mentioned, it makes sense. We do not go into this death energy of cutting something out of our lives or making big radical changes suddenly. This does not happen often. For many of us, we have to sit with it for a long time, and this is what Temperance is telling me, that you've had this feeling for the longest time, but you waited to see if things would improve. Are you being rash? Is there a good side to this person? Can you salvage this relationship? Can you make the best out of this job? Can you make changes within the situation that you can make it work? I feel for a lot of my Scorpios, you traveled the road of seeing and trying to make this work in very many ways. But as you moved through this road, this path, whatever it is, you have now come to a higher understanding. And as the illumination period of the total solar eclipse sets in, my dearest Scorpios, I feel you're going to be so ready to bring this about. You will feel like you have done everything you could have done in terms of trying to make it work, in terms of looking for all options. And now you reach a point where you are so ready to close the door finally. And when you do that, my gosh, my dearest Scorpios, the relief of letting go is going to be wonderful, because you know you've done all you can, and now you're moving forward into something that is far better for you. Right, let us see now what step out of your comfort zone is all about, and I will just get your clarifiers. Let's see now what this energy is for Scorpio, please. And we have the Magician and the Page of Swords. Scorpio, you have 4 major arcana cards out of your 6 tarot cards. So the majority of your cards are major arcana. And for me, when the majority of the cards are major arcana, it tells us of a very important and significant time of your life. And I do feel that for some of my Scorpios, this is a pivotal point for you. Scorpio, Magician is coming in and confirming for us that this total solar eclipse period is a time of manifestation for you. Everything that you have put up out there into the spiritual realm with regards to prayers, wishes, dreams, meditations, visualizations, any energy like that, you now have great possibility of bringing down onto the physical plane. But, my dear Scorpios, it's all about stepping out of your comfort zone, doing something that is not easy, honoring and listening to that niggle, listening to that wise Scorpio deep within you. This energy is the energy of stepping out of your comfort zone. It's a big energy, but my gosh, my dear Scorpios, when you do that, when you take such big, dramatic and bold energy, what you are bringing in for yourself is a blessed manifestation. And Page of Swords tells me that you're ready. And as this energy starts to unfold, step by step, you're going to feel excited about what's to come. At first, my dear Scorpios, there could be this energy of, oh my gosh, what am I doing? Am I ready for this? It's so big. Do I know what I'm in for? But as you move through it, and as the total solar eclipse comes into being, and we move out of the dark period and into the light, you're going to have the feeling of, what took me so long? Anything and everything is now possible. I almost see you having childlike excitement about the future and about possibilities and new experiences and people that are about to come in for you. It's incredibly positive and exciting. Let us move on now and see what your guides would like to share with you. So we want to see now what Scorpio's guides would like to share with them, please. Celebration, Joy Guides, number 14. Scorpio, your joy guides are coming in. They want you to know, my dear Scorpios, that by being so incredibly brave, because it takes enormous courage to step out from where you are, even though it's not good, even though you know deep inside, it still takes courage to say, I'm leaving this behind. I'm moving on. Your joy guides are letting you know that this energy of the sun is very connected to the energy of celebrating, the energy of rejoicing. Can you see here the energy of the yellow, the sun and the magician? You, my dear Scorpios, are now allowing yourself to stand in the light of the sun and to encompass all the good things you have been dreaming and praying for. It's your time to lift your head up and just accept the good that is coming your way and to acknowledge what is about to happen by celebrating all the good milestones that you're going to be reaching. This is going to be a very powerful but a very good period for you. So that's all I have for you right now. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I wish you the most wonderful and meaningful total solar eclipse period, and I'm sending you all so much love.